right, let's get this edited, but let's get this done. Jordan Peterson just said, quote unquote, that Canada will not survive another 4 years of Carney, uh, which will be more or less Trudeau with better managed policies towards what was not capable of doing, Carney will. Quote unquote, Jordan Peterson said, this guy will run things Canada into the ground worse than Trudeau, and they will not survive another 4 years of Carney. So there you are. And he's got 612,000 subscribers. Center Vision does. And Jordan Peterson said Canada will not survive 4 years of Carney's leadership. So there you are. And it's very likely that Carney will force Alberta and Saskatchewan uh, into an independent states, and they will leave Canada, and Canada will be bled dry through Carney, because if Alberta and Saskatchewan leave and become independent countries, Canada is done for financially. It will force them to get rid of Carney and get some real serious conservative leadership, and if they don't, Canada will be totally done for. The problem with America is we have to be careful that China doesn't swoop in and take over Canada through its trickery, through its foreign policy, through uh, road and belt initiatives, through other things, through corporations, through politics, through espionage. So it will force the United States to protect Canada from China and try to take it over uh, in a conservative way. Otherwise, our northern hemisphere will be lost to probably Canada, and we can't have that. So there are some consequences, severe consequences coming to Canada with this election coming up and with the Liberals pushing towards Carney rule for 4 years. Canada won't be able to sustain and survive with his leadership in 4 years. He'll have to be ousted and replaced with some serious conservative leadership in Canada. Will it be done? Don't know. But it will pose a major political threat and communistic threat to us, and it will force Trump in getting Iceland and controlling the northern hemisphere and pushing Canada into straightening its mess up. So there's some major consequences of Carney being where he is. Long-term relationships, and it will change Alberta and Saskatchewan. They will probably become forced to become independent, and they'll forced to either join with the United States or become independent countries, or both, so they can trade with the United States and get paid for their oil and their wealth and reserves, which will break Canada up even more and will force Canada to become more independent, hopefully from China, and more flexible with working with the United States. But we'll see how this turns out. But it's a good chance that Canada will be done for before the 4 years is up, and a good chance that Alberta and Saskatchewan will become independent and learn to work with the United States, and will force us to put bases and other things in those two provinces or countries to help protect the northern hemisphere and encourage Russia to stay out of our northern hemisphere. So this is shaping up to be a major move politically and socially, economically for Canada. He's got 612 subscribers, this guy does, and Jordan Peterson does his homework. He's no intellectual slough, that's for sure. It's Roger Martin here from Lockwood, Montana. Good day.